Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well, and shalom to the whole full elect. This is a biblical commentary on Matthew the 28th chapter, and it reads, Matthew 28 and 1. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. Now, if you know anything about, we previously read in the previous chapters about Yahweh Shai basically being crucified, and the day that followed was a day of preparation. So the day of preparation is the day before the Sabbath. Then the day after that was the first day of the week. So basically, the Lord, fulfilled the prophecy for being, as a sign of Jonah being in the well, the fish, big fish or well, as it said, for 3 days and 3 nights, and will rise on the fourth day. So he fulfilled that prophecy because he rose on the fourth day, basically after 3 days and 3 nights. But we just said this kingdom just celebrated Easter, which gets the whole holiday, the holy day, really messed up, because when you go to the book of Acts, it tells you there that it's written, the word Easter is written, but when you go into the Greek, what you find there is a transliteration of a Greek word for Pesach, which is the Hebrew word for the Passover. So Easter really is the Passover, okay, that was celebrated by the Israelites, paying homage to when they came out of Egypt by the hand of Moses and the angel in the chariot, okay, the Most High Power. So reading on, it says, and behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it. Something like the scene from the movie, one of my favorite movies, Immortals, when they descended down from the heavens, the Greek mythology. But the attire they were dressed in is similar to that of written in, the angels being in the golden armor with a white vesture. Um, in the book of Maccabees, that's how the angels, come down in glorious apparel with a lot of power, and that's what happened, man. That's why it follows to say this. His countenance was like lightning. All right, what did it tell you in Ecclesiastes 8:1? It tells you wisdom causeth thy face to shine. I believe in Ecclesiastes 8:1. So that these angels, the messengers from the Most High, and they have great power and great wisdom, and his raiment white as snow, being pure. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake and became as dead men. And the angel answered and said unto the women, fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Yahweh Shai, which was crucified. So he pointed to the people that were followers of Yahweh Shai, that they shouldn't feel no fear. But he didn't say nothing to the keepers. Because those that follow Yahweh Shai in the regeneration, they're basically going to be saved, and they have no fear. There shouldn't be no fear. Although when you have the men that in the history, the prophets, when they saw everything that was going down, they basically had great fear and great tribute. They worried themselves about being delivered from that time as a natural, reaction, being in the flesh. But that's why the comfort was said by the angel, because that was to let them know they got no worry about. But the keepers did. He is not here, for he is risen, and as he said, come see the place where the Lord lay, and go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and behold, he goeth before you into Galilee. There shall ye see him. Lo, I have told you. So the angel, a messenger from the Most High Power Yahweh, came and told them of what happened, and told him what to do to meet Yahweh Shai for a fulfillment of prophecy, which is the key thing Yahweh Shai was about for Verse 8, and they departed quickly from the sepulchre with fear and great joy. So there was a mix of emotions, um, and did run to bring his disciples word. And as they went to tell his disciples, behold, Yahushua met them, saying, All hail. And they came and held him by the feet and worshipped him. Then said Yahushua unto them, Be not afraid, go tell my brethren that they go into Galilee, and there shall they see me. Verse 11, Now when they were going, behold, some of the watch came into the city and showed unto the chief priests all the things that were done. So they told him the angel come, said this, da 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 da. Okay. And when they were assembled with the elders and had taken counsel, they gave large money unto the soldiers. So they paid them off, saying, Say ye, his disciples came by night and stole him away while we slept. All right. So they gave them a bribe, a story to tell unto the people, and they made it a surety by paying them off. All right. And if this come to the governor's ears, we will persuade him and secure you. All right. So now the holes in a story, as with many, a lie is a lie. Whenever someone lies, there's always a hole in the story. The truth is the truth. Nothing can be, no error can be held to the truth of a matter. So the holes in this story is the fact that if these soldiers wouldn't even risk, I mean, they would say, if they did dare say that they were sleeping, they would be punished in public to make an example among the people. And, you know, if they're awake, they would have prevented the disciple. You guys are set on watch, and you're renowned men that to be set upon watch to guard such a great problem that had been in Israel for all that time, for the past 3 years. But now you just somehow managed to got, manhandled by the disciples. Okay, that's not the case, all right? So the disciples even as well, they would have, why didn't they get punished afterwards? They should have made an example for them doing such a thing. So there's so many holes in the story that shows you this is the thing with conspiracies, and when you have them to this day. And that's really what, a man of wisdom, you basically, it tells you one of my favorite scriptures, scripture to live by, Proverbs 4 and 7. Wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore, get understanding. I'm paraphrasing, but you can look up Proverbs 4 and 7. So, reading on, it says, So they took the money and did as they were taught. And this saying is commonly reported among the Jews unto this day. So those slow belly jakes, those the people in Israel at that time, trying to think of that word, man. But they didn't. They lacked discernment to discern that the story didn't make sense. But they just said it because they're wicked. Basically, they didn't really want to look into it or make no sense of it. Like today, all right, when you deal with conspiracy theories and all these different things, people say it's what, a theory, a conspiracy theory, and that's why they overlook it, and they're more worried about the affairs of this life, basically. So it was a common saying. Then the 11 disciples went away into Galilee, into the mountain where Yahushua had appointed them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Okay, so you had some amongst them that doubted the Lord's power, the fact he was resurrected. And Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Why is that? Because after he had been slain, you go to the book of Revelations, the 5th chapter. It tells you that there was a lamb appeared slain in the heavens, and basically the book that John saw that no man could take. All right, when a mighty angel said who is worthy to open up the book, and John became sorrowful. He saw Yahushua basically being slain. All right, something that had been took part before, when Yahushua received his glory in the heavens, and he took the book and took off the seals thereof, going back to the seals being put upon it in the book of Daniel. All right. So that's why it was said, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Why? Because in the heavens he received his glory. That's why all the angels bowed before Yahushua, saying he is worthy, and worshipped him. All right. But then in the earth, his glory is yet to be established. All right, and that's going to be established when he makes his appearance very soon, man, with the chariots of the Most High, great power and great force in the midst of World War III. That was basically going to roll on right after the RFID chip is rolled out, man. So it says, verse 19, go ye therefore and teach all nations. All right, so he opened the seals so that he could open, and that's why he's with them, teaching them things that they didn't understand, because now the wisdom, the book that was closed, had been opened to open up the understanding. And even, it tells you there'll be a falling away first. Okay. Oh, you know what? That reminds me of a point, because even with this, the first day, and the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day, that's when Yahushua was risen up. And that's why they say about worshiping on the first day of the week being Sunday, because it's the Sunday. But that's just, the Bible don't say nothing about no Sunday. It says it numbers the days, and the only day that really has a name is the Sabbath, which even is a form of number, because the word Sabbath in the Lashon Kodash is Shabbath, which goes back to the number, the word for the number 7, Shabbai. All right, so meaning it's the seventh day, basically, day of rest. Okay, but anyway, back to the point. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. So that's why through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai Ba'Shem Ha Rakah Kadash, the apostles basically added on to, and not adding on in wickedness, but adding on in righteousness to the salute of Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai, because this is the fulfillment of it. Okay. That's and it shows you just how the Spirit's working, which leads me to what I was gonna say about their coming and falling away first, which after Yahushua was on the scene, and it was put an end to after Paul had his run, and even John, the book of Revelations, basically the compilation of all the records to go into the Bible was done. Then came the falling away, where we totally lost our heritage. Okay, but then now, again, it's the same form of thing. The Yahushua rose, after, risen, shining light upon us. To this you could say in the same similitude, us coming back to the faith is the same story. That Yahushua was buried for 3 days and 3 nights, but then on the 4th day, and that's, in numerology, the number 4 goes back to mercy because of that. That's what they say. Okay, the Lord had mercy on us in our captivity and woke us up to the truth, right, through the Spirit, and has risen us up again so that we can preach to all the nations. And Paul said that we see through a glass, dimly, something to that effect, and we wipe down the layers. And that's a layer that got wiped down by the addition of Ba'Shem Ha Rakah Kadash. So verse 20, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen. And that's a booster for faith, this last verse right here, because what did it say in verse 17? It said, but some doubted, all right? But the Lord made more firm that, look, go forth and do this work, and I am with you all the way to the end. So with that, man, I pray you're edified. Shalom.